Recordings. So anyone remembers what we did in the last session? Any remembrance?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam. Prabhuji, in last session we discussed about Vegam, how to keep urge on speaking unnecessarily or speaking only about Krishna Katha or speaking glories of Krishna or Guru
Hmm.
Gauranga.
Correct. Correct. Vacho Vegam we saw. So Vacho Vegam is very, very important. So basically the urge to speak. Everyone has urge to speak, but when one speaks about Krishna, then our speech also becomes purified. Whereas when the tongue is used for speaking some material topics and other things, then what it is compared to? Yeah.
So,
The
Jalpa,
topics.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
It is compared to croaking of the toad.
Yeah, croaking of the toad. So it actually, what it does, it only invites death. So such kind of just speaking, and without any spiritual topics, or which leads only to the material things, then we see that eventually person dies also, and then whole life is gone, and he has not done anything. So basically, it leads to death. So croaking of a person that was mentioned in that. Yeah. Okay, so let us now go to the next topics. Yeah. Let us recite the verse also. I think many of you must have memorized also, no? This verse. Anyone memorized without seeing in the without seeing you can anyone
Yes,
can
Prabhuji.
yes. Who is that? Who said yes?
Me, Agam.
Ah yes, Sagampro. Please can recite the verse.
Okay. वाचो वेगं मनसा क्रोधवेगं जिह्वा वेगं मुदुरुपस्थवेगम् एतान् वेगान् यो विषहेत धीरा सर्वान् अपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्.
Very bold. Wonderful. So anyone else without saying the things, you have to recite the verse basically from your own memory. Anyone else remembers? No one?
No, Prabhu, sorry, no.
Oh, very simple verse it is. Anyone else? Kuldeep Prue, Ayush Prue, Abhinav Prue, Arvind Prue, Satyam Prue, Agam Prue. Okay, Agam Prue read already. Dhruv
I
Prue.
remember only the first two lines.
Prabhuji, actually the verse we discussed only two lines, means two lines we discussed, and that much only we remembered,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
recognized.
two lines you can tell.
Yes.
Yes, two lines.
Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jivo Vegam, Udiropastha Vegam. So,
Wonderful. Haribol. So this is very wonderful verse and very easy to memorize also. So all of you can, as we complete one verse, no, you can try to memorize also that verse. That will help us to get more. We can even remember. Vacho vegam manas krodha vegam jiva vegam udarupastha vegam etan vegan yo vishaheta dhiraha sarvam apimam prithvim sashishyat. So basically, controlling these six urges, that person can actually, if one is able to control, then he can become the guru of the entire world. So that is what is given here. Yeah, a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, actions of anger, the urges of the tongue, belly, genitals, is qualified to make disciples all over the world. Okay, let us go to the Manasa Vegam. It was about the speaking part. Yeah, here comes. Yes, Abhinav Pro, you can read. Restlessness.
Yes, Prabhuji. The restlessness or fickleness of the mind, Manovega, is controlled when one can fix his mind on the lowest sphere of Krishna. The Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22.31 says, Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andhakara, Jahan Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Ra Adhikara. Krishna is just like the sun, and Maya is just like darkness. If the
Yeah.
sun is present, there is no question of darkness.
Yes. So we see Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hai Andhakar. Yaha Krishna Tahan Nahi, Maya Radhikar. This is also very good verse for memorization. So two verses you have got today. One is about our NOI first verse, and this is the second one. Even though it is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, but whenever you read Prabhupada books, no, you will see this particular shloka many times repeating. And even the meaning, it is very easy to understand. Say Krishna Surya Sama. That means Krishna is like sun. Krishna Surya Sama. Maya hai Andhakar. And Maya is who? Maya is Andhakar, darkness. Yahan Krishna, Jahan Krishna or Yahan Krishna, that means wherever Krishna is there, Taha Nahi means there is no Maya Radhikar, means Maya's, there is no Adhikar in that place. So Krishna is like sun, because whenever sun is there, darkness cannot exist. Yeah, like you see that any place, the darkness is there in the night because sun goes to another place. Another. So till the time sun is there, you see there is no darkness. And one may say, oh, in my home it is very very dark. That is because you have closed all the doors and everything, curtains, everything is closed. That's why darkness is there. But as soon as sun comes in that place, then there is no darkness. So that's all. Just a minute. Yeah, so wherever darkness actually cannot exist only wherever sun is there. Have you seen any place? Sun is there but no darkness. Sorry. Yeah, sun is there and darkness is also there. Any place like that? Yeah, it doesn't exist. Only
Prabhuji, our shadow.
the shadow is there because what we say that is behind. The sunlight has not fallen on that. If sun is there, then the shadow also will not be there. Like sun when it comes on the top of our head in the daytime. So then you see there is no shadow because there is no place where sun has not entered. So so shadow is actually because you are not allowing that sun to come on this side, then the shadow comes, that part. So that's how we see that anywhere the the darkness and light both cannot exist together. Either it will be light or it will be darkness. Both cannot exist together. So similarly, it is said that Krishna is like a sun. So when Krishna is existing, there cannot be Maya. Yeah, if Krishna is there, then there is no Maya. People say, "Oh, I'm in Maya. I'm getting into this. I got this desire, that desire. This thing happened to me. That thing happened." Basically, because one is not with Krishna, then he goes to Maya. So that's why if Krishna is there, he is like a sun. So if we are thoroughly absorbed in Krishna consciousness, then there is no question of Maya's entering in our consciousness. So that's why it is said that International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So that's why we should be Krishna conscious, not Maya conscious. If somebody is Maya conscious, then Krishna says, okay, you are with Maya, so I am going. So then no question of uh, Krishna in that place. So that's why Krishna, whenever we are Krishna conscious, so basically this is the solution also given for the fickle mind. So above Prabhupada is saying that the restless or fickleness of the mind, Mano Vega, is controlled when one can fix his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna. So see, first line only, Manaso Vegam, first line only Prabhupada is telling the solution also, that the mind is very restless and very very fickle, so it can be controlled when the mind is fixed on the lotus feet of Krishna. You have heard the story of one genie was there, one person. Anybody has heard the story of a genie? No, one person was there. He gets this genie was there, and he says, "Whatever you say, I will do that. Whatever you desire, you just desire, and I will fulfill it." So I think no one knows about that story. So nice. I'll tell about it. This
Prabhuji,
basically
is it
about.
if we Hare Krishna Prabhuji? Is
Yes.
it about the same story where if we don't give any work to the genie, it will eat the
Yeah.
person only?
Yeah. Exactly. Same story.
Yes, Prabhuji. So genie is compared to mind, I think.
Yeah. Exactly. So for those
Yes,
who
Prabhuji.
are not aware, so basically, yeah, this person he was having too many material desires, and he was thinking how my material desires will be fulfilled. So there was a sage who was going through that place, and this person goes to the sage and he says that, "Oh sage, you are making everyone relief from their miseries and pains and problems of life. So please give me also some benediction. I am having so many material desires, but I don't have anything to fulfill. How so many things are there? How can I fulfill all these things? So give me some things by which I can fulfill all my material desires." And the sage says, "Okay, I'll give you a genie. So this genie will be basically whatever you ask, he will fulfill that. And whatever you ask, all the desires he will be fulfilling. The only thing is you should not keep him empty, or he should not be unengaged. If he is unengaged, then he will eat you up. That means he will kill you only. So be very careful." So then he thinks for a while, and then he says, "Oh, I have so many desires. The genie will be tired to fulfill these desires." So he says, "No problem. You give me, I will engage him thoroughly." And then the genie was given to the this person, and then this person said, "Hey, chalo, you do this big house for me. I want a big, very nice palatial building. So you make it, and then that's it. The genie goes within maybe half an hour or so. He makes and comes back." And then this person asks, "Oh, you are done already?" And the genie says, "Yes, yes, I completed. Now tell me the next one." Then he starts thinking, what is the next? Then he says, "Okay, you make a swimming pool here." Then he goes again, comes back. Then he says, "Okay, you make this, you make that, you make a restaurant, you this." So like that, he start telling. And within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, he used to make things and used to come back. At one point of time, the genie, some things he will tell and immediately go and come back. So this person was not getting what desire should I tell, what to tell. There was no time to even think. Genie was so fast. And then the genie says, "Hey, tell me first. Tell me which what I have to do. Otherwise, I will kill you," he said. So then this person, he was started running from that place. His all desires are fulfilled, but he's not able to enjoy anything because the genie is not thoroughly properly engaged. So then he runs and he comes to the sage again, and then tells the sage that, oh sage, I wanted to, yeah, I basically all my desires are fulfilled, but I'm not able to engage him properly." Then the sage says, "Hey, don't, why you are so much worrying? Just make a ladder, put a ladder, and tell the genie to go up and down. So tell him to go up, then down, go up and down. So to keep doing it till the time I have next desire or next task to be done. So you keep doing it. And as soon as you want to do something, then call him, get the thing done. Again, tell him to engage into that ladder." So basically, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. So that is how you have to engage. So can anyone tell? Those who don't know the story, they can tell. What is the hmm, a genie? What is the genie compared to?
Mind, Prabhuji.
Yeah, exactly. Genie is compared to the mind. Basically, our mind is also like genie. Yeah, it becomes sometimes it becomes so hyperactive. It goes here, there, and sometimes it is said that idle mind is devil's workshop. That there is a saying like that. Idle mind is devil's workshop. So we should never keep ourselves unengaged. Always there should be some engagement. That okay, I have to do this, then that. If there is no engagement, then that idle mind actually goes to Maya. So that's how we have to engage the mind thoroughly. Like suppose I get up at this time, then what should be my schedule? That is also should be fixed. Then I will do this, then I go this, then I'll chant my rounds, then I have to hear some class or something, then I have to prepare for my college or company, and then I go there. Then while traveling also what I have to do. Suppose I am going to the company. On the way also I can do some utilize the time properly. If the mind is idle, okay, the traveling is there, okay, let us see what is there. The buildings are there, this is there, that is there. So basically, one will go like that, but then he will forget. He will get into different things instead of being Krishna conscious. He will start seeing different things, and those desires will start coming in the mind. So engagement is very very important. Okay, so uh, genie's mind and the ladder. What is the ladder compared to?
Prabhu, engaging ourselves in the listening about Krishna or chanting his name or sharing his glories.
Yeah, exactly. So in the chat, somebody is saying daily routine. No, the ladder is not compared to daily routine. Daily routine everybody does, but our mind should be engaged in. But that daily routine will never keep him, what we say, peaceful. When he is going up and down in the ladder, the chini is very peaceful. So that peacefulness comes only when one chants the holy name of the Lord. So keep the mind engaged in the chanting the holy names of the Lord. So ladder is compared to chanting the holy names. And the mind is keep chanting, and then anything. So basically the mind should always be Krishna conscious, absorbed in Krishna conscious activity. And then one may have to go to some college, okay, do that work, come back. One has to go to company, do the things, come back. So we should always be in Krishna consciousness. Do the things, come back, and get into our spiritual life. So that should not become that should not become the secondary, or the main priority should be our spiritual life only, and the Krishna conscious activity. We may get into different things. Sometimes we have to in the companies we have to talk to the other colleagues and all, and different dealings will be there with the other people and all. But inside we should be always a Krishna conscious person. So then that will save us to get entangled in the Maya's things and all. Then we'll be saved. Otherwise, if mind is only not Krishna conscious, we are not engaged into Krishna conscious activities, then once we get into it, then you see that one will go more and more and more, and then he will not find much time for. He'll say, "Oh, I don't have much time." The mind will cheat him. The mind will say, "What is this spiritual? Oh, chanting you can do later, no problem. You get into this, this is there, that is there." Mind will say so many things, and then you get into it, and then you understand, "Oh, my rounds remain only." Then mind says, "Okay, anyway, time is there. Evening time is there, night time is there." So like that, basically, mind makes us procrastinate. Whatever things we want to do, mind says, okay, let us do later, and that later becomes uh, so much, what we say, that finally we get cheated by the mind. Instead of cheating the mind only cheats us, and then we are not able to do some tangible activity, any spiritual activities or any things like that. So it is very important to actually engage our mind thoroughly in Krishna conscious activities. So that is very very important. Yeah, Satyam Pro is telling, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say that in morning our first business should be to beat the mind with shoes 100 times. Yeah, exactly. So mind has to be beaten up. As soon as we get up, mind should be beaten up with the shoes 100 times. One may say how to beat the mind, mind is not some person you can beat it like that. So beat the mind means basically engage. Like sometimes morning when we get up, mind says, "Oh, what is this?" It's already 5 o'clock only. They just keep sleeping, no problem. Again, we can sleep more time. Yesterday I was very tired. So mind actually convinces us that okay, don't get up, don't do this, don't do that, and it gets us into a comfortable situation where we can comfortably forget Krishna. So that is what is the uh, mind does. That is what Maya does. That's why we have to. So when he says 100 times we have to beat the mind with shoes. So basically, mind says one thing and you do opposite thing of that. That is how you beat the mind. Otherwise, if we follow what mind says, then we cannot control the mind. So mind means we don't listen to the demands of the mind. That is how we starve the mind. And by starving the mind becomes very weak, and after becoming weak, then we can use our intelligence properly and do the proper activities. So this is how that is the first business. And before going to bed, to beat the mind 100 times with a broomstick. So again, night again, we have to do the same thing because whole day has passed and mind has accumulated many many desires, the subconscious mind, it actually takes many desires, many thoughts, many objects and everything, sense objects. So then again in the mind, night time, there are some devotees. Every day they will chant their rounds in the morning itself, and night before sleeping again they will chant few extra rounds. Some devotees chant inside on the bedding only, because they said that before sleeping I want good sleep and only no like Krishna conscious thoughts only. Because sometimes when we like one boy was there, he did so much coding the entire day, coding, the things. He said after he sleeps also all the codes were going on within the mind. All those things were going. And whole night he said he could not sleep also properly because all. How many of you have experienced like that? Not even coding, anything in that way. Like sometimes we get into,
Yes,
yeah,
Prabhuji, happens.
yeah. So sometimes we get into particular activity and night also it goes on. Night also the subconscious mind, it goes on. Yeah, everyone has experience. So thank you. So this is how we have to, so night we come, peacefully we can chant some one or two extra rounds and then you see that sleep is very peaceful after that. So two things it is said. Beat the mind with shoes 100 times in the morning and before after getting up and before going to bed again beat the mind 100 times with broomstick. In this way one's mind can be kept under control. This is very important. Okay, let us go ahead. Yes, Ayush. Yes, Ayush, you're reading.
Yes, bro. Krishna is just like the sun and Maya is just like darkness. If the sun is present, there is no question of darkness. Similarly, if Krishna is present in the mind, there is no possibility of the minds being agitated by Maya's influence. The yogic process of negating all material thoughts will not help. To try to create a vacuum in the mind is artificial. The vacuum will not remain. However, if one always thinks of Krishna and how to serve Krishna best, one's mind will naturally be controlled.
Yeah. So if Krishna is present in the mind, there is no possibility of minds being agitated by Maya's influence. The yogic process of negating all material thoughts will not help. To try to create a vacuum in the mind is artificial. The vacuum will not remain. However, if one always thinks of Krishna and how to serve Krishna, one's mind will be controlled. So either one should be engaged in the service or thoughts of how to what we say, like Krishna conscious activities. Like suppose I have thoughts of preaching into some particular thing, no? Either in my college or to my some friends or in family. So those thoughts should go on like that. Okay, how will I do preaching? How can I inspire the people? Even the sometimes we have a meeting also. How the preaching should be done, how we can inspire more and more people to Krishna consciousness. What can be the way? What can I start some so basically, different even the planning that also becomes Krishna conscious because the ultimately goal of that activity is to make people also give Krishna to other people. So in that way, even the activity becomes like that. So that is actually it is said by preaching we can actually engage our mind very thoroughly in Krishna consciousness because in our condition we cannot just meditate on the pastimes of Krishna and we can of course meditate when we go to Vrindavan, we hear some particular Leela of Krishna Leela or something. That is very good. But that cannot, but at our current stage, that cannot go on for the entire day or something. It may not go like that. So sometimes we may remember certain pastime when we go to some place or we see some photo or that is good. But other times it may not be always thinking about Krishna, how to please, and that is a very spontaneous Raganuga platform where one is spontaneously attracted to the pastimes of Krishna. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila. These four things, one is attracted spontaneously. Like he's not told that okay, you chant 16 notes. He just want to chant whole day also because that is not out of some duty. but he has already gone to the love platform. So there are four levels of approaching Lord. It is first is fear. Then there is a second. Anyone knows? Fear is the lowest platform. Then second lower is
Desire.
desire. Yeah, the fear, then desire, and the second one is duty, and the final one
Love.
love. Yeah. So these are the actually four platform: fear, duty, desire. Sorry, fear, desire, duty, and love. So fear and desire, these are very low platforms. Actually, they are not very good motivators to practice Krishna consciousness. Whereas duty and love, so love, we don't have love at our time, but we can do it as a duty at least. Duty as a gratitude to God and what we have received from God. So we want to reciprocate with Him. And eventually this duty will turn into love for God. So, but fear and desire is a very, very low platform. People ask the Lord, okay, like one boy came here, he was saying that there is one Chilkur Balaji here in Hyderabad. So many people go there, and basically it's famous for getting visa. So people who want to go to US, they go to the Balaji temple, and 108 pradakshina they have to do. They take an appointment in the embassy, and they come here. 108 parikramas they will do, and then they will go for the interview. And after going interview, they think that because I have taken the pradakshina of Balaji, so I will get my visa cleared. If the visa gets clear, they will say, "Oh, Bhagwan, very nice. God exists. God exists." They will say. And if the visa doesn't get clear, they will say, "Oh, what is this? Huh? Bhagwan, who are you? Are you Pattar? Or you are not having any emotions, nothing." So they'll criticize the same God. So that is actually known as desire platform. Basically, worshipping approaching God with the uh, having some desire that okay, I'm going to God, so Lord should do all good to me. Actually, most of the religion tells about fear only. Okay, they say that if you don't worship God, if you don't go to temple of God, you will get punished. That's why some people they come in front of the Lord, they will hold their ears and they will do like different things they will do. Basically, they are asking for forgiveness and they think that if I don't, otherwise Lord will punish me. So their definition of God is a very he chastises all the or he is the punisher like Yamraj is done. So they consider Lord to be like that. So any God in front they come, they immediately will say that oh if I don't come then so people sometimes do some fasting also. One of the week, Saturday or something they will do fasting and then other days they'll take non-veg, they'll take other things, they get engage into sinful activities. But one of the day they say that no, we should not eat, we should not eat anything on this Saturday or Monday or like that. But what is the use of that? Other days you are taking. One day you say I don't take and uh, I will not be, and they
Elephant
think,
bath.
yeah, elephant bath.
Elephant.
Yeah, it's like bathing of the elephant. He goes, takes bath, and again comes out, and then again gets into the muddy things. Again, he gets carried away by that. So, like that, we see people get into these things. So, fear is a very wrong motivator because people who do out of fear, they because the tendency has not gone, so they will go to some other place and do the same activity. Suppose some particular religion is telling that you should not do this sinful activity, you will get sinful reactions for this. Then they'll go to another place and they will do that sinful activity. So basically, fear is not such a great motivator, even though it is better. At least some people, because of fear, at least they may not do some kind of activity. So that is better, but it's not the best. So better than fear is duty. Desire. Better than desire is duty. Better than duty is actually love. So that is, but we should be on the duty. We can directly come. We don't have to come through fear and desire. Then, of course, sometimes our devotees may have, sometimes come out of material desires, like our Chandramoli Maharaj was telling once. His only Chandramoli Swami Maharaj. He was telling, I came to Krishna consciousness because of prasadam. Of course, he was curious also and very serious also in spiritual life. But he said prasadam was one of the factor that kept me in Krishna consciousness. So different people may come because of different reasons. Sometimes some students say that, oh, these people They are from a very nice, wonderful, big companies. They are giving seminars. They are from here. Like Raishampur, whenever he gives, the title is always IIT Bombay, MTech IIT Bombay. So people say, oh, he is from MTech. Maybe if I start attending classes, I will also get into IIT, or I will get some guidance in my career. So one may come with that motive, but when he comes with that motive, then the actually Krishna is more intelligent. So he purifies their heart, and the desires will be gone. And then one understands that, oh, I have become devotee now. And for the desire which I came, the desire is not fulfilled, or it may or may not get fulfilled, but at least I have become devotee. And then later devotees understand, oh, this is how Krishna brought me to Krishna consciousness. Mm. That's why he was Prasadam in church. Who was Prasadam in church? Chandramali Maharaj.
It's true. In
Where?
Brahmacharities, he was a Christian cook or something like that.
Oh, yeah. So those who like Prasadam, they become Prasadam in church because they can, because they have proper taste of eating, then they can feed also others very nicely. So, any example in our Shastras? Somebody approached Lord with the desire, motive of getting desire, but then he was purified.
Dhruv
Yes,
Maharaj.
Prabhu,
Dhruva
I
Dhruv
want.
Maharaj.
Maharaj.
Yeah, Dhruv
Ah,
Maharaj, correct. Yes, exactly. I was looking, everyone told same example. So basically, Dhruv Maharaj was, and he had the desire, and such a desire. Can you imagine? He said, "I want a kingdom greater than my grandfather also, great grandfather." So his great grandfather was Brahma, and he says, "I want a planet better than Brahma also." It's such a, it's not that I want a home better than him. I want a some particular area better than him, city or country. It is not even planet, it is best of the planets in the entire material universe. So such a high ambition Dhruv Maharaj was having. So even with that ambition, when he approached the Lord, still he was purified. And after he took darshan of the Lord, then his heart was completely transformed. And he says, "What is this? I came with this pity desire, and here I am getting the darshan of the Lord." That time he speaks very wonderful verse, very famous verse it is. या स्थानाभिलाषी तपसि स्थितोऽहं त्वां प्राप्तवान् देवमुनीन्द्रगुह्यं काचन विचिन्वन्नपि दिव्यरत्नं स्वामिन् कृतार्थोऽस्मि वरं न याचे. So here he says that Kachan Vichinvan api Divyaratnam. That means I came here to find out a broken pieces. I came to find out broken pieces of glass. Kachan Vichinvan. Glasses generally, even if you want to sell also the glass bottle or something or glasses, so nobody will take it. It is very cheap. Nobody will, they'll say just give it, or you, many people even throw in dustbin only. There is no value for glass, even if it's proper bottle. What to speak of broken pieces of glass? There is no value only. People all, nobody will use that broken pieces also. They'll just throw in the dustbin. So Kachan Vichivan Chinvan Api Divya Ratnam. Means I came here to seek for the broken pieces of glass, but what I have got, what I have received?
Divya Ratnam.
Divya Ratnam. That means I have received the diamond. I came to find out broken pieces of glass. I have received diamond. Basically, I wanted a kingdom, but here I have got the Lord only. And then Lord says, okay, you wanted something. Lord came in front of you. And he says, no, no, I don't have any desire. Said, but you called me for the desire sake only. Said, now I don't want anything. I have got you. That is the sufficient. I don't want anything. I don't want kingdom. I don't want this. He became completely detached. And then, and because he was completely detached, then that's why Lord says that because you are completely detached, I will give you the kingdom. And then Lord gives him Dhruva Loka. And Dhruva Loka is the only, it is above Brahma Loka also. So actual Dhruva Loka was given to, so we say a pole star, Dhruva Tara. So that is actually Dhruva Lok, where Lord Dhruva Maharaj is residing. And it is said that even though the material universe is temporary and everything will be annihilated at the time of, in the destruction time, but Dhruva Loka is like a spiritual world inside the material universe. So Dhruv Loka will always remain. So it doesn't get annihilated. So that is how such a kind of benediction was given to Dhruv Maharaj. So that's how we see that Even if somebody has material desire, he can come. Of course, everyone is allowed to come to Krishna consciousness, but eventually one should come to the duty platform and then love platform. So that is the highest one. Any other example? Duty platform, desire platform. Somebody came to Krishna consciousness and then forgot all his desires. I think, yeah, anyone? Or only one, this one example only there, I think. There are some more example, I think.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Yes.
don't know the name exactly, but there was one katha where one person comes to Sanatana Goswami seeking philosopher's stone, but then he tells
Correct.
him to that you take this stone and go away. I don't need this. I have something
Yes.
much higher than this.
Yeah, exactly. Very
Prabhuji,
touch.
similar example from Haridas Thakur's story like that. Devi comes to test her, but she gets Krishna Nam. Haridas Thakur tell her to wait for some time.
Yeah, she was a prostitute. Yeah, she comes to basically
Yes,
she
Prabhu.
wanted to distract Haridas Thakur from his meditation, tapasya, and being a nice devotee. So it is said once, two times it happens, I heard. Once prostitute comes and another time Maya Devi herself comes. Can you imagine? All other things are actually whatever things we see, the temptations which we get in the world, they are agents of Maya Devi. But in Haridas Thakur's case, Maya Devi herself comes. And still Haridas Thakur was just chanting and he says, let me first complete my rounds, then I will attend to you. So this is Haridas Thakur formula. Yeah. Anytime any desires come, like when we are chanting, some different things will be going on. So we should apply Haridas Thakur formula. So any thought comes, oh, today I have to, afternoon I have to go here. Then we should immediately tell the thought, oh, let me first complete the round, then I will attend to you. Let me first complete, then I will attend to you. That's what Haridas Thakur did. And you see that prostitute, she became devotee. She also started chanting 192 round and completely shaved the head. Hmm. Generally, women for them hairs are very important. But here she became so much devoted. She started 192 rounds. Can you imagine? And became full. So that is the glory of the association of pure devotee. So yeah, so she became devotee. So that's how we see that by chanting of the holy name or this becomes very difficult. They very easy. Gajendra prayed to Krishna to save him from crocodile. Lord mercy. Uh, Actually, Gajendra was not having material desire. Actually, Lord did not come. Means Gajendra did not call the Lord to save him. Gajendra actually purely chanted the prayers to the Lord. Uh, Actually, he was in the. He tried to. Actually, it is said that Lord was waiting for him. He understood that Lord Gajendra is going to call me, but Lord did not come until Gajendra very prayerfully called him. So Gajendra was trying to take help from his relatives and everyone who was surrounding. He was trying different means. He tried. It is said that that particular what with fight with Gajendra and the crocodile went for 1,000 years. 1,000 years they were into that situation. So it was Lord was just waiting only. When this devotee will call me and I will immediately come and save him. So finally, when Gajendra says there is no hope for me, nothing is helping me now. So then suddenly he remembered the prayers to the Lord which he used to recite in his previous life as King Indradumna. And he remembered the Lord and he started offering prayers to the Lord with pure heart. And as soon as he did that, immediately Lord was already ready. He immediately came his Vahan and then he found that I think Radhashampur or somewhere I heard. But the Garuda Vahan was coming very slow, miss. It is properly coming smoothly. But Lord did not wanted to wait that much. So it is said that Lord just jumped from the Garuda and directly came to the Gajendra. So, first he cut the crocodile and then he delivered Gajendra also. So even in Draupadi's case also, Draupadi, it is said, Draupadi was first holding her One with her one hand she was holding sari, another hand she was calling Krishna, Govinda, Rama, please save me. And then Krishna did not come until she raised both hands. Krishna did not come. Then she raised both hands, then Krishna immediately came after that. So Krishna test also. Krishna test our surrender. Hmm. So
प्रभु जी कर्दमा मुनि
Kardam Muni was having what desire?
actually he performed austerities for 10,000 years with a desire to have a suitable wife to fulfill his duties as a householder. You know, he prayed to Lord,
Hmm.
and
Correct.
uh,
But
after after that the Lord appeared and blessed him with uh, Devhuti, and through their union they brought Kapila Muni into the world to establish a
yeah,
pure
but
devotional service.
yeah, that is correct. But only Kardam Muni's desire is not considered to be material desire
Hmm.
because Kardam Muni wanted because actually Kardam Muni didn't wanted to enter only in household life. But there was an instruction from Lord Brahma that you create progenies, you increase the population of the world. So that was the main reason why Kardam Muni asked for a wife, and and when he married, he no, with what motive he married? Anyone knows? What was the planning he has done for marriage? Kardam Muni, Lord Kapila's father.
Hare Krishna
Yeah,
Prabhu.
Yes, Pranav Bro.
He
10,000
may
years.
know that the Lord will appear as his son in the future.
No, I'm asking what motive he was having to, what planning he
Hare
did
Krishna.
while marriage.
Yeah,
Yes, Agam sir.
I think I have heard something, but I'm not very sure. But I think he had already planned his renunciation after uh, giving birth to his offspring. He already planned his renunciation before only.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
planned that he
So,
will renounce.
yeah, basically entering the marriage with exit plan. That was Kardamani. So he married just because he wanted to create, because that was a order of Lord Brahma. So he wanted to create progeny, but he didn't marry to enjoy. That thing was not there, and that we can understand that when he got married also, first his exit plan was very clear that as soon as I give birth to a child, I will leave the place. I'll go to the forest again, back to my place. And what to speak of that, even after marriage, he actually neglected Devavati for many, many years until finally understood that she is my wife, actually I should. And then Kardamuni takes Devavati to different aerial mansion. In the aerial mansion comes, it like kind of airplane. And then, and that airplane goes to all the different planets also. So Kardamuni takes Devavati to different planets, takes all the tour, and then finally Devavati, when she was satisfied, then he gives her a son and then he goes back. And then, of course, that time Devavati laments. So I think Devavati is, we can consider example because she started crying. She says that I have taken an material advantage of my spiritual husband. I could have got so much knowledge from him, but instead of that, I took material advantage of my husband. And she was lamenting later. But then he got a son of Lord Kapila. So then Lord Kapila gave him the teachings. And then she was very happy after that. I read in Srimad Bhagavatam that fight between Gajendra and lasted for many years. To retire in time, Vanaprastha. Prabhuji, how do we purely and intensely develop the desire without hypocrisy like Kardamuni? Hey, Kardamuni was not hypocrite. Huh? Okay, without hypocrisy like Kardamuni. Okay, without hypocrisy. Okay, how do we purely and intensely develop desire without hypocrisy like Kardamuni? So, yeah, for that only we have to be Krishna conscious. So any activity we do, we have to understand that basically it doesn't matter what we are doing. It matters what is the purpose of our activity or what is the intention behind what we are doing. So if the purpose is to please Krishna, to become more devoted to the Lord, then it is good. But if the purpose is to enjoy ourselves or selfish desires are there, then that desire is it's contaminated, it's not very pure. then we will not get the correct benefit of that. So whenever we have any desires, actually sometimes we can even check with our superiors and all that I feel like this. What do you feel? What is your opinion? Like once, Gaurang Prabhu wanted to go to for his actually completed BTech from IIT Bombay, and he wanted to go to US in MIT. He actually got admission also, I think, or he was about to go. Uh, so he had planned everything, and then our Maharaj, when he asked him that, hey, you are going to America. So he said yes, and he was always thinking that Maharaj is very soft. He always tells, no, okay, no problem. Wherever you go, you can practice Krishna consciousness like that. So he has heard about it. So he thought Maharaj will be very happy. So Maharaj says that if you want to fall down, you can go to America. It was like very. Then he says, "Oh, what is this?" So then he said, "Maharaj, no, no, I will practice. I will preach there. I will do that." Then somehow Maharaj told that actually then it was told to him that because he wanted to. So later, then he did not go, and we see that so much wonderful things he is doing in ISKCON. Garampur is one of the GBCs also. Just imagine if he has gone to America, then he may be one of the devotees there, but we would not have got it. So that's how we see that. Sometimes we can uh, ask our superiors also, what should we do? Of course, for some people it may be good, some people it may not be good. It depends on person to person also. So that's why the instructions are not. Everyone may get different instruction. Like once, one of the Prabhupada disciples, no, he came to Vrindavan, and I think like two sannyasis. Prabhupada gave sannyas to two people, two disciples. One sannyasi told that you go out and preach everywhere, and another sannyasi thought, okay, I will also get the same instruction, but he said, no, you stay here and do your bhajan. So two sannyasis together, sannyas was given, but the instruction was different. So same instruction. So basically, every time we can check, and sometimes the desire may be pure also. Not that every time our desire is wrong, and we have to be, uh, we have to manipulate our desire for some other. Not like that. Sometimes our desire may be really pure, like some devotee want to get into different UPSC or some higher position so that they can help uh, to spread Krishna consciousness. Some want to do it through their music talents or different things. So they may have certain profession, and one may have want to serve Krishna in that way. So that is also good intention. So always if we check with our superiors, then it becomes very easy for us. Okay, so any questions? Questions already asked, I think, many devotees. Any other questions we have? Yeah. Basically, this was about Manaso Vegam. So the solution is we have to actually control our mind and engage it into Krishna conscious activities. So remember these words. So let us see how many of you can recite this verse. Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hai Andhakar, Jahar Krishna Tahar Nahi, Maya Radhikar. Very simple verse. The verse itself tells the meaning also. So if you all can uh, memorize this verse, then to next Sunday class we will have. Because if you remember this, then only it will come in practice also. Then we understand, oh, Krishna is like sun. So if Maya is attacking me, I should immediately become Krishna conscious. I should go to the temple. Like you see, when you go in front of the Lord, no, there is no material desire at all. You just stand in front of the Lord. Even if material desire comes, you will feel, oh, what is this? What is this desire has come? Like that you will feel. So if you are in front of Lord, there is no possibility of getting some any bad desires or anything else like that. So whenever we
Prabhuji,
have yes,
could you please repeat the shloka once again?
Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hai Andhakar, Jahar Krishna Tahar nahi, Maya Radhikar. Okay, it comes in Nectar of Instruction, first verse. Manaso Vegam paragraph is there in the purport. There, Prabhupada is telling how to control the mind by basically being Krishna conscious. When we are Krishna conscious, then there is no cheating by the mind. If we are not Krishna conscious, then mind will give lot of troubles, lot of excuses. lot of many things to not practice devotional activities properly. So that's why we have to control our mind. That is the main solution of Manaso Vegam. Yeah, here Arvind Pru is writing also. Can we consider example of Sudama Vipra urged him to approach Krishna for help, seeing the dire. This is for what material desire, Sudama's wife. Example for what? Sagar Pro. To approach Krishna for help, seeing the dire situation. That is not material desire actually, it is a pure desire. No? Sudama's wife did not send Sudama, okay, go to Krishna, is your good friend, no? Take this cheap price and this cheap thing will give to Krishna and get lot of wealth from him. Not because of that desire our Sudama's wife gave. She actually, the only thing they had at home is chipped rice. That too only that was made. That also she cooked and sent for Krishna. Nothing was left. The children and everyone, they were not eating for days together. No, nothing to eat also. But whatever was remaining, she actually gave. So this is called complete surrender. Means without even thinking of herself, she gave everything, whatever she had to Krishna's service, to please Krishna. That is actually pure devotional service. And she just wanted, okay, ask something from Krishna, but not because of material desire, just to sustain in the world. That was her. And even if, and they just wanted to know how is Krishna and those things. So that was not material desire. Yes, Bhavya Pro. There are 30 kalpas in Brahma day, means one day is called one kalpa. No, no, one day is not one kalpa. One kalpa includes many yugas actually.
So
One comes.
Prabhuji, I have read somewhere in Prabhupada book that today we're living in this age is called Vaman Kalpa.
Hmm.
So basically there are 30 kalpas. So incarnation occurs similarly, or it is different in different kalpas.
Uh, yeah, generally some incarnations come in some kalpas, not every kalpa it may come, and some particular incarnation may be very prominent in that, and that's why it is known by that particular name. But one kalpa includes many yugas also. Satya Yuga, the cycle of
Okay.
yuga is there, no? Multiple yuga
Oh.
cycles includes one kalpa.
So when Kali Yuga ends, so one kalpa will end like this, huh?
To see exactly, but I think more comes. More cycle of yugas will come in one kalpa.
Okay,
That
okay,
is
But
Prabhuji. No problem.
it's
Actually,
Manvantar.
one day of
Four
Brahma.
yugas are one. Yeah. So four
yeah.
yugas become one Mahayug. Like this 64 Mahayugi, which means 64 Mahayugs make uh, one Manvantar. Certainly,
Basically,
then a certain number of Manvantar becomes one Kalpa. And one Kalpa is just Lord Brahma's one day. And his lifespan is 100 years.
okay. So kalpa is one day only. One Brahma's day is one kalpa.
Okay, now I understand. Thank you for
Prabhu,
bringing
it's
that.
a day, 12 hours. One kalpa means one, just daytime, only 12 hours for Brahma.
Ah, correct, correct.
Prabhu, I
One day
have
of
a Vedic
Brahma
Yeah.
calendar,
equals
a
to,
Vedic chart. Will sharing group. It will be very easy to understand that.
yeah, one day is one kalpa and one night is also one kalpa. That means two kalpas. Correct, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Brahma's day is one kalpa and Brahma's night is also one kalpa. So total Brahma's day and night becomes two kalpas. So like that there are, so every, so yeah, like that it will go, I think.
Yeah, so Prabhuji, it is mentioned one day of Brahma is equal to one kalpa, that is a 4.32 billion years. And
Hmm.
Brahma's month 30 days kalpas. Each of these 30 days is individually called kalpa.
Yeah, correct. One day is one kalpa. Yes, exactly.
One daytime it has 7 Manvantar, and one Manvantar it has
Hmm.
71 Chaturyugas.
Yeah. So it's very big. So like that. thousands of cycles of 4 yugas that will cover actually one kalpa. Correct. Okay, so we end our discussion here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Brahma would not be having any lack of sleep problems. No, but it doesn't mean that for us, see, even for ants, our 1 day of ant is not our 1 day. So 1 day of ant means her sleep is also very less as compared to ours. So she may be thinking that, oh, human beings, they don't have any problem of sleep. But we all know we have problem of sleep. So, so Brahma will also have because ultimately everyone is in material world only. Okay, so we end our discussion here. Thank you for patiently listening. Next time we will take with Vacha Vegam, Manasa, Krodha Vegam. Yeah. So the Krodha Vegam. Krodha Vegam means our anger, controlling the anger. So those who don't have any issue with Krodha Vegam, I think they may not join. Those who have, they can join for this. So of course I am also there in that. So let us next time Krodha Vegam we will take. Then Jiva Vegam. Mostly we'll try to complete two. Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam. Krodha Vegam and Jiva Vegam. This two we will take in the next Sunday session. Okay. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna,
so
Dana
much,
Pranam
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Thank you,
Then
Prabhu.
welcome.
Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you
Prabhu.
so much.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you
Dhamma
so much.
Pranam.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.